CTV's Scott Hurst joins me now to talk more about this. And Scott, let's talk about that big win. Lots of reactions to that.
Renee, seeing all the video of Canadians celebrating from coast to coast, from the Prime Minister to everyday folk hanging out in the bars, watching the game. You can imagine there are a lot of bleary-eyed Canadians this morning dragging themselves to work, but of course celebrating on a high after this grudge match rematch between Canada and the U.S. Of course, with everything going on in the political arena, there was so much extra charge to it, but once they dropped the puck and played the game, of course, you don't need anything extra for these two teams to really renew that rivalry, and it really did. It really was renewed in this Four Nations face-off tournament where Team Canada and the U.S. did meet in the final. A dramatic sudden death overtime finish. Mitch Marner to Connor McDavid to seal the win for Canada. 3-2 the final. To win the first ever Four Nations face-off, McDavid was named game MVP. Nathan MacKinnon named the tournament MVP. And of course, the political stuff that went on around it really supercharged the excitement, particularly for fans. We saw reaction from Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Donald Trump also injecting himself into the rivalry, calling the American team pregame, wishing them luck on speakerphone. And of course, adding to all of this, Renee, with the NHL players missing the last two Olympics, it's been a while since we've seen international competition at this level with NHL players on the international stage. But this, this win for Canada and this renewing of the rivalry, of course, setting the stage for 1 year from now when NHL players return to the Olympics in Milan Cortina. So, really sets the stage for that, but you can't take away from this performance from the Canadian players, of course, with everything going on as well. That kind of added some political charge to it too, Renee.
And a lot of people talking about that big win this morning. But there's also a little side note, and that is the anthem, the national anthem that was sung, and a little bit of a change to the lyrics, Scott. Yeah,
you played the video of Chantal Kreviazuk, a highly decorated Canadian singer-songwriter, given the honor to belt out the Canadian anthem at the Four Nations final. There was a smattering of boos from American fans. Of course, this game being played on American soil in Boston. We've seen Canadian fans boo the American anthem, so maybe not surprising that American fans did the same. But then you played the video of Kreviazuk changing some of the words in All of Us command to that Only Us command. Her publicist was quick to confirm that it was, in fact, protesting the comments that we've been hearing from U.S. President Donald Trump, notably the comments he's continuing to make about Canada becoming the 51st state. So reaction to this, there are a lot of people that are applauding her for standing up, but also if you go on social media, see what people are talking about, see what people are posting, reaction, to be fair, is a bit mixed. Some arguing you don't need to change the lyrics just to make a political point. The anthem itself is inherently patriotic, but, the game is, of course, taking all the headlines this morning. A lot of fans have obviously going to work, talking about it with their colleagues, but this is also getting some chatter as well.
Very interesting. All right, CTV's Scott Hurst reporting for us from the CTV newsroom. Thanks for this, Scott.
Thanks, Renee.